coming to you live from Hershey, Pennsylvania. Hello everybody, and happy Friday.
I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV, yeah.
Well, hello everybody and greetings. Yes, here we are. One more Hershey RV show. America's largest RV show. It's in the book. Alan Shitwood, thank you for that super chat. Where's my timpani roll? Here we go. So that wasn't the one, right? That we were. Mr. CLT, Alexander Peterson, El Mandalorian, This is the Way. And Christopher Olsen, Michelle P.W. Ely says happy Friday too. Rob on the Road is here. And Lucky Dog Productions moderator Sue, I believe your birthday was recently, so happy belated birthday to you. And everybody else who was here. It's been a great week here at, not even a week, it feels longer. Everything feels longer lately on the road. Leslie Evans, curious Robert if Outdoors RV has anything at the show. No, they're not here. But they have a dealership about 3 hours west of us that we're gonna go, because before I make a decision about buying anything, and I understand ORV is not recommended for half-ton towing, so I would be, I mean, if I tow it fully loaded, I would be overloading even Starship. So it's a heavy trailer. You know, GVWR is like 9,000 something. So Raul Medina, hi Robert, just drove on your favorite stretch of I-10. It was brutal with tons of 18-wheelers and constructions. Well, you know what? It's yeah, I-10 has a certain stretches that, yeah, not for the faint of heart. Uncle Mel, I shouldn't say, but watching Robert got me into playing with videos I'm posting on YouTube. And yes, if you've seen the, you know, I suck at Face Blue Way. Oh. Well, you know, it's, what can I say? Alexander Peterson, great meeting you, Anile. Great meeting you, and too, yeah. Everybody last night at Trucks Brewery. Jim in DC, Miss Amanda J, Tennessee Mountain Mark, who brought me this IPA from Tennessee, along with other Tennessee libations that we will be partaking of soon. Cheers. Bay Sharp, we meet again. Oh, this is good. It's a rugged West Coast style India Pale Ale, a true taste of Tennessee. I don't think I've ever had a Tennessee IPA, now that I think about it. Wandering Wilma, happy Friday everyone. Hope you and Ilya have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. Thank you. Jim in DC, from the road to DC, the Lost RVers. And I see Alan and Reming and Alexander. I see Culture and DJ and Matt. And there's Robert. Everybody's here at the show. You know, that there's not a whole lot new when it comes to RVs and stuff. No, nothing extremely innovative or new, but it's been a good show. Get a Hemi. Yeah, you really want to get me into a Ram, don't you? Doreen McLeod, happy Friday. Glad you made it to the Meetups and RV show. Yeah, and we have one more meetup tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. at the. I'm gonna post a short tomorrow about exactly where it is, because it is kind of hidden. It feels like you are getting out of this. So you know that this show is like one long main street, and there are many long branches, and you have to go all the way out there to Winnebago. And once you see Winnebago on the left, and Grand Design to your right. No, not even Grand Design. Anyway, you make a right. They have a sign, and then you're gonna see Grand Design, Newmar, Brinkley. Past Brinkley, you feel like you're getting out of the show on the orange gate. Well, keep going, and that's where the park models are. And after that, there's a tent, a white tent, where that's the influencers meet and greet. That's where they have them. And Barb, hey, our friends, the Forest from Ohio. Are you coming to Ohio next week? The Ohio State University Farm Science Review is next week. You and Illy can also celebrate with me Monday evening. It's very tempting. You know, the Farm Science Review actually sent me a couple of emails if I was going this year. And I'm like, I don't really have plans set on stone. I know that we're going to be in the Pittsburgh area in 3 days. And then we have to be in Michigan, that other state next to you guys, that sometimes you don't talk about during, you know, football season. I'm gonna drive through Ohio, but I don't think we're gonna be able to do maybe on the way back from Michigan. Yeah, from Pittsburgh we kind of have to hightail it to the Detroit area, most likely. So we might stop at a bar in Toledo, across from the depot. But there's a really good chance that we can stop in Ohio on the way back, which is gonna be like next week. Actually, in about 9 days, I think that's where we would hit Ohio. Anyway. Let me keep going down because we have a super chat. Thank you, VTE. VTech Cured. VTech.
You had two before that one too.
I did?
Yes, from Alan Sheepwood.
I had 2 super chats before that one? Oh, yeah, I did. No, Alan Sheepwood, I think I saw. That was a long time ago. But anyway, if I missed it, thank you for the super chat again. I think I did the timpani roll and everything. I remember. We have, okay, Jody Mantu, thank you for that super chat. Happy Friday to you. And VTech Cured from your neighbor, Silver Camper Van. Silver Camper Van. Is there a silver camper van out here? Enjoy the show. I will attend tomorrow. Have a wonderful weekend. You too. VTech, I remember those VTech engines from the Honda. I had some friends that would modify those engines to drag race. Apparently, they were very good drag racing engines. Anyway, Melody Hart to the RV. Did you pick good music when Robert takes a break? Yes, she certainly does. From Matt Harrison. Question: in your opinion, which states have the worst roads for towing? Probably Louisiana is pretty bad. They have fixed Indiana a little bit, I'm pretty sure. Certain parts of Illinois are rough, especially around Chicago. I'm trying to think, you know, it's tough to say. There's a stretch of I-10 now in Arizona that, I don't know, it's kind of destroyed. It all depends. Leslie Evans, watching some of the show videos, it seems there are some really good deals if you're ready to buy. I mean, it's pretty good. There's a lot of travel trailers, decent travel trailers in the 20s and 30s. So actually, Alliance just came out with a Delta that if it didn't have such a huge slide, I really like it. It's I made a video today. It's gonna come out on Wednesday probably, and it's like 33, the magic number. Yeah. Barbeth, maybe Harvest Host will be happening, and then another combine or tractor ride. Hey, combine, is the harvest happening already? Palm Bay Jacks fan, question, Robert, if and when you get a new camper, would You be trading in Minitini. Have a wonderful weekend. Well, at some point there are, yeah, I have no use for two travel trailers, so I would either sell it or trade it in or do something about it. So, yeah. Stressless Camping, whom when we hanging out like 3 hours ago at a brewery near us. Yeah, there are many horrible roads everywhere, but you know there are some great roads too. So it depends. Like I-95, to give you an example. And this thing gave me an error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain. I mean, Starlink's seemed to be rock solid until, but I put the video on high quality. Maybe I shouldn't have. Can I change the quality of the video mid? Yeah, I can. I'm gonna reduce the quality of the video just in case we freeze and. But I-95, for example, for the most part, coming from Florida all the way to the Great North, is in great condition. I mean, compared to other roads that we've driven. Miss Amanda J, it was great meeting you yesterday. Hey Robert, the secret is out. Ely is the superstar over there. I think you guys need a spin-off series for Ely. Yeah, that would be great. Traveling Ely.
Yeah.
That would be a good TikTok channel, actually. Eastern Tennessee near Memphis is pretty good. Not to drive on. Another vote for against Michigan roads. Yeah, Michigan has some rough roads. Yeah, I remember now. Good evening, Mr. Robato. Domo arigato, Mr. Robato. Robert, did you decide on a new trailer yet? Well, you're going to have to watch this Sunday's video because I kind of decided on a trailer of the ones that we saw here at the show. But the really cool floor plans that we really liked, there are some serious either design flaws or like craftsmanship. You know, it's like you've seen me do silicone work, and one of the ones that we saw, I mean, the silicone work like around the sink and all that was like horrendous. I mean, I'm not saying I could probably do better than that, but it was rough. Brandon Sargent celebrating 72 months as a chief Pelican head. Thank you so much, Brandon. Yay. And Robert S. says that the worst roads are in Quebec. I will have to corroborate that. Maybe we'll go to Quebec. I have this crazy idea of after Michigan, crossing the border in at Detroit or somewhere around there, and going to Canada. Do you think they will let Minitini in its current condition into the great land of Canada? I really hope so. I mean, there's nothing technically wrong with it. It just looks rough and old.
You got after late to the chat. Show him that you're drinking his beer.
Who? Who? Mark?
Yeah.
Our friend Mark and his friend who we met last night. Yep. They were drinking Tennessee Hills Rugged IPA, the taste of Tennessee, a taste of Tennessee. That and I'm saving the other stuff that you gave me for another time. Yeah. So Tennessee Mountain Mark, who will have hat. Hey, Raul Medina, almost got up to Philadelphia this week for my architect job. I would have gone to the meetup. Yeah, Philadelphia is such a beautiful city as far as the skyline, right? Oh, we are supervised, I see. Which do you prefer or like the most, Hershey or Tampa show? I like both, but let's. I mean, I have to choose one, right? And I'm gonna be biased because I'm an adopted Floridian, so Tampa is flashier. Tampa, you get more of this, entertainment and it's different. This is Hershey is more of a show where people come to buy an RV. Tampa is where usually they debut. They debut the RVs that they showed like next week. Next week is the open house. That's like the RV show for dealers. Whatever they debut at that RV show, and usually they debut new stuff, that's where they show the public in Tampa. This is more like a more business, you know, people coming to buy RV, and I like the layout of Tampa a little better, but and Tampa. Oh, and there's one thing that, you know, they sell beer at Tampa. Here, all you can get is a lemonade. So, by the way, has anybody seen my mom?
No.
So yeah, I'm gonna say sorry, Pennsylvanians and the Northeasterners. I like Tampa a little better, but I come to both. This one is actually easier to get in, easier. I mean, and we have this, you know, boondocking right here, walking distance to the show, which nowadays in Tampa, if you want to be walking distance to the show, you can boondock at the parking lot too. You know, but Tampa has the advantage that if you know somebody, you can get into the Full Hookups campground, which I don't know anybody anymore. I'm no longer with Winnebago's. Vagando everywhere por todos lados. See you in Hawaii. Going to the Big Island next week. I think we're gonna go to Hawaii next year just to check that last state of our map. Stephen Loy, hello there. Hi, Robert and Lily. Were you able to ask an expert about Dicor versus 3M 4000 UV? I see more people recommending the 4000 over Dicor. I haven't been able to ask anybody. And Brandon Stargell traveling. Thanks for the tips on Los Angeles. We had the best time. I'm glad you did, man. Yeah, LA is there's a certain glamour to LA, the way that I see it. You know, we've seen it so many times in movies and stuff, right? So JLF, Robert, if you go to Canada, cross the brand new Gordie Howe Bridge in Detroit to Windsor, Ontario. That's probably what we're gonna do, yes. Golden anniversary, we've done all 50 and Michigan wins the prize. Worst roads. Really worse than Alaska? Well, Alaska, come to think of it, the main roads were not that bad. The Richardson Highway had certain spots where the frost heaves. And the worst part, which is Destruction Bay, is actually not in Alaska. It's in the Yukon, so yeah. Are we still talking to, yeah. Let me scroll down here. Jim Foster, traveling Robert. I have been taking notes. Good. You know, take the minutes for this live stream. Ed in Ohio, I used to drive more from the west back to the Midwest. Once you got to the stretch from Chicago to Cleveland, you need to get ready. You knew to get ready for thousands of orange barrels. You mean the road is bad? Grammy Grateful Gripes, can you give my mom hi? She likes you so much, she would be tickled. Well, hi, Grammy's Grateful Gripes mom.
Her name is Mary.
Oh, her name is Mary?
Yeah, she said it before.
Well, hi, Mary. No mom sighting yet. I did call her an hour ago and reminded her, but yeah. Are you coming to the RV Hall of Fame in Elkhart? Probably not this time. The thing, this time of the year is the worst time to go to the Hall of Fame, because they're setting up for open house. So they move all the trailers to this other room that is not really staged well. So yeah, no. El Mandalorian, love the roads in South Dakota and Wyoming. Yeah. Especially the interstates it's so scenic, you know. If a road is scenic, sometimes you can forget some potholes. Miss Amanda J. Hershey doesn't put any signs out to tell you where the show is. Yeah, the first time I got confused too, and now I kind of know you have to go all the way around the Giant Center, and then, yeah. But when the first time you get in, there's like an entrance to the right, but that one is like for vendors. But they don't tell you it is for vendors, and then you have to keep going and just going all the way around. Yeah. Eddie Ohio, yes, I meant turn up roads and construction. So yeah, that I know that that the toll road is a little better, but yeah, I actually in this very trailer, the first time we went to the Hall of Fame in 2016. That's the first time we lost our balance, and luckily I had tools and stuff. And are you sure you can't stop Monday? Says Barb. I will buy you a drink or three. Oh, now you're twisting our arm, Barb. Well, Monday we're still gonna be like up in Michigan, I think.
Your mom says she's blocked. See if she's blocked. I don't know. She can't
My
get
mom
in.
says she's blocked.
Yep.
The same happened to her. No, my mom is not in the chat. At least I don't see
Do
her.
you have any list of people blocked or something? Maybe by mistake?
No.
No?
Send her a direct
Yeah, I'm
link.
gonna send her the
Send
link.
her a link. And I have a new message from Eddie Cantelar. Maybe there's a new Slinky stuff coming.
I'll send her the link.
Okay, where's my list of comments here? Do you have a favorite IPA, Ari Morales? Yes, Morales. You know, all us Moraleses are good people. I mean, I don't have one particular one. I do like a lot, like from Delaware, Dogfish Head 90 Minutes. I like, and sometimes it's when it's fresh. And you know, all the cans they have the date. When it's fresh, Cigar City High Ally is one of my favorites. When I'm in Quartzite, I like Elysian IPA because that's the one they have at Beer Bellies. So that's the one I drink. So it depends. I like the West, what they call the West Coast style IPA, or sometimes they just call it American IPA. And sorry, New England, there's the New England style hazy IPA. I'll drink it, but it's not like my number one favorite. And you know, it is what it is. And we had lots of those when we were in Maine and New Hampshire and Vermont, which we have to go back. It's such a beautiful area. Tennessee Mountain Mark, hey y'all, the best road is the road less traveled, and that is. Illy just turned off the AC. We're gonna boil
A few
here.
minutes.
Is the generator still on? Yes, it is. Just can't hear. We can barely hear that generator when the AC is off. Did you inspect and look at the 2026 Newmar Essex or London Air? Thoughts? No, we didn't. We didn't. Actually, on this RV show, we've been mostly focusing on the stuff that we want to buy, first of all. And the second focus has been on just hanging out, you know, making new friends, socializing, networking. And Alex Ortega, thank you for that super chat. And yeah. Alex Peterson, we saw Minitini on the way back from trucks. Yeah, if you drive on the Hershey Park Drive, and that's how the Google lady pronounces it, Hershey Park Drive. Yeah. Vermont, the upside down state. Really? That's what they call it? Jerry Flynn, happy Friday, Robert. How is Pelicamp West coming along? It's not. We haven't been out there. We need to spend more time in Arizona just so we can do that.
Your mom is here.
My mom is unblocked. Where is she? I don't see her. Oh, here we go. Hi, everyone. Hope you have a good health. Wonderful weather. Here in Miami, we have storm every afternoon. Hope you are in good health and lots of blessings. And mom is here. Everybody say hello to my mom. And Sarah Casio, if you ever want to drive down a terrible road, I'll send you my address. It's been dubbed the worst road in Collier County, but we can pretty much do what we want here in the Naples area. Yeah, actually, the road going into Pelicamp is getting worse and worse and progressively worse, and I'm starting to break a sweat here. So I'm gonna turn the air conditioner back on in the low mode. It is unseasonably hot this afternoon. For actually out there is probably not that bad, but you know trailers tend to be like greenhouses. So as long as the sun is hitting it, yeah, it's. Has it been strange being at the show and not having to be an ambassador for Winnebago? A little bit. I'll be honest about it. It's been 5 years that I've been at Winnebago, and for this past 5 years, whenever I show up at the Winnebago booth, there's a certain familiarity with, and this is the thing. There have been many changes at Winnebago, so it's most of the people at the booth are new. So it's weird not knowing everybody, you know. But other than that, it's been good. It's been good. And it's a new adventure, you know, looking for a new trailer. And of course, if Winnebago makes a trailer that I like, I'll consider them in this search. But yeah, I'm that weird guy that doesn't like slides. What can I do? Vermont is called the upside down state because it's often seen as a geographical mirror to New Hampshire. And yeah, I can kind of see it in the map. Yeah. Yeah. Jim in DC, was a pleasure meeting Alexander Peterson. Yeah, I mean, last night was so much fun, and it was always so great to meet, you know, you guys in person. Finally put up the face together with the name, together with the handle. Yeah, it's Matt Harrison. Alma Morales, tell your son to stop blocking you. So happy that you made it. Yeah, I think she pressed the wrong button. Probably. And Alan Chidwood is here. Alan Chidwood gave my mom the greatest wooden cane that could be used as a weapon too, I think. But in any case, thank you, Alan. It was great meeting you a couple of weeks ago in the town of Manteca, California. It was packed, says Grandma. Oh, Miss Amanda J. Hold on. Hello, Alma Morales. We met your son last night, and he was a very kind man. He said you really enjoyed your vacation together, and I'm so happy for you. Yeah, we had a pretty awesome 2 weeks touring, you know, the highlights of California. Any RV companies at the show try to hire you as an influencer? Domo arigato, Mr. Robato. Maybe. I'm not saying until it happens, if it happens. Are you still an ambassador for Sun Outdoors? I was never, quote unquote, an ambassador for Sun Outdoors. We worked together, and it was a limited time collaboration. Let's face it, let's call it that way. Yeah, but the word ambassador, it's yeah. Now everybody will rush to Manteca. Yeah, it was hot in Manteca. That Manteca must have you know what happens to Manteca? Well, when it's hot, it melts. By the way, Manteca is the Spanish word for lard, literally. So yeah. Where was I? Let me check something here really quick, because I believe we can do something really cool today. And I just have to search for myself on YouTube, because yeah, YouTube is kind of a... Here we go. I need to go into my own live stream, and then I need to go down here. And who wants a free membership? We're gonna give away right now 5 membership at random. I have no control who gets the membership to 5 random Pelican heads. So congratulations to all of you. Thank you very much for being here, for always, for your support, watching the videos, and I'm so glad that you like. And by the way, Camping Coopers, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. Maximum RC. Robert, did I hear you correctly that you were in Manteca, California? Yes, we were. We were going to Yosemite, and Manteca happens to be like halfway between the Bay Area and so you and Alan Shitwood are neighbors. So congratulations, me, Michelle P.W., James Dinkle, Matt Dogs, Cars Tech Travel, and Orlando Teixeira for being our newest members here, our newest Chief Pelican Heads. And Sarah Casio, congrats, guys. And I'm sorry to the Chief Pelican Heads and Patreons that I haven't really done many like Pelican Head updates or anything extra for you guys. It's just been some of these videos that I've been posting have been so real time that it really doesn't make much sense to do another real time video. Besides, last week was a rough week. A lot of unpleasant stuff happened, but I think we are. We are on the up and up now. We lost a wheel. It was like a daily glitch with Minitini. Refills anyone? No, I think I got a pretty large. How many ounces is this? 12. It feels bigger just because it is a narrow body IPA. So so close, Maxine Oliver. Yeah. Hello, Jackie Roman. Happy Friday, Robert and Lily. Thank you, and greetings from Hershey, Pennsylvania. And Maximum RC. Robert, when did you go to Yosemite? I had no idea. Well, I mean, we didn't do much in Yosemite. And really, and I was very disappointed. Someone turned off the faucet on the waterfalls. I mean, Bridal Veil was like a trickle, and Yosemite Falls is like nothing, not even a trickle. So, Christopher Olson, you are excused, Robert. No, thank you for excusing me. Yeah, we're gonna start doing, because as soon as this mini series with Minitini ends, we're gonna go back to 5-month-old videos of Route 66. So somebody was asking me today in the comments, when are we gonna start seeing Route 66 videos again? I'm gonna try to post one, not this Sunday, the next Sunday, just so we continue with that theme, but we'll see. And Andy Bird, hi Robert, we love watching you here in the UK, and we're off to Maine this year. Can you say hi to my wife Dawn? Hi Dawn, hi, and have a great time in Maine. The RV DJ, the supervisor gave you a ride to the store twice. Memories of the Colorado. Yeah, we went to 3. Well, we went to the same store twice, and then to Home Depot, and yeah. But yeah, it felt oddly familiar to be in the Colorado again, in your Colorado. Tennessee Mountain Mark Sun videos were fun. Pushed you out of your comfort zone. Zip lines, those self-balancing scooters. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was the Segway. Yeah, that Segway tour was fun after I got the hang of you pick a fine time to leave me, loose wheel. Yeah, that's a good song there. Francis Dodson, hello from Utah. We're headed to see the Mighty Five. Have fun. Utah, that's one of my favorite parts of the whole United States. Where are you heading next? From Leslie Evans, Minitini doing okay for further travel. I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna push it to the limit. And we're at least going to go into Michigan. I'm not gonna go much any further than that. After that, we're gonna start slowly heading back south. I don't really have an itinerary. I want to do like a 4-episode kind of mini series with Minitini before we and I want to alternate them. I want to alternate them with the Route 66 trip. Fabio Lopez, too bad I didn't see you at Manteca. I'm from Modesto. Next time you come to California, you see a big tractor on the road with a lot of traffic behind me. It's me. No, you have that SMV sign on the back of the tractor, and I'll be like, darn tractor, blocking the road. Ireland has a lot of waterfalls and brew pubs, I hear too. We really want to go to Ireland. Seems like a lovely country out there. Looking for a Super C, either Newmar or Renegade, or maybe a regular C, more likely a Super C. We'll be leaving it until we find a home in Florida. I didn't go inside, but Newmar has some great Super Cs, that's for sure. Sarah Casio, I just watched your series of unfortunate events video yesterday. LOL, at least you got some Chick-fil-A out of the deal. Yeah, and that was pretty good. I'm anxiously waiting for your blue whale video. Well, that's still like 2 or 3 videos. Let me think. We're gonna have at least 2 more. Maybe I can cram the rest of Missouri in one long video. But then again, we did quite a bit in Springfield. I might be able to. And then the blue whale of Catoosa. Yeah, it could be not the next one, but the one after that. Hopefully. Young Dave, Yosemite Valley Falls are always trickling in late summer unless it's a really wet year. Yeah, now you tell me. Well, we know. Now, I think I want to go in early spring when they're really going. Dylan Reynolds, hi everybody. How's everybody doing today? Dylan! I don't know. I don't want to get your hopes up, but there's a slim chance we might be passing by your neck of the woods in a couple of weeks. Maximum RC, we have a place in Davenport. I'm still discovering Florida. It's a big state. M. Ken, we have enjoying your Route 66 videos. Good to see you enjoy the museum in our town. Cool. Yeah, we enjoyed some great museums along Route 66. Oxnard, California, Francisco Ruiz. We were in Ventura, which is close. Remin Pasión, Robert, I'm curious about the trailer that you will check. The one that is not featured in the RV show. Well, we're gonna see that one in 2 days. And the only problem with that trailer that I see right now is that it's a tad heavy. I mean, dry weight is only like 6,500 pounds, which is totally fine, but it has 100 gallons of water. So, you know, GVWR could be upwards of 9,000 and change. So that's kind of the upper limit of Starship. We might be able to be okay on flat terrain, but I wouldn't cross the Rockies with full tanks with that trailer. And Retro Juan, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. Mr. Roboto, watching the Hanging with the Hanks, trouble with their diesel truck. I can't see myself ever driving a diesel truck. I could see myself driving a diesel truck at some point. I mean, the maintenance is more and repairs are more, but if they're when they're trouble free, they're really, you know, they will last 500,000 miles and more. So I'm not entirely opposed to the idea, but I'm more keen on the idea of having a diesel Class C, like something on the Sprinter platform. That one I wouldn't be stored, and I always wanted to have a Mercedes. So check the tongue weight and the payload of on your truck. Yeah, that's another one that I have to check. You know, I didn't check the tongue weight. Actually, I have the specs here in front of me. Yeah, dry hitch weight approximately 755. I don't know exactly what the tongue weight for Starship is. I have to look at all that stuff because Orlando Teixeira, I was not watching because I did not realize you were on, but I just got gifted membership. You're all great. Thank you so much. No, you're welcome, man. And yeah. Trailer traveling. Let me know what time to expect you in Ottawa when you come to Canada, Robert. Well, we don't know for sure whether we're gonna go to Canada, but I'm kind of, you know, liking that idea, just to cross the border and you know, do kind of what I did with when my dad was alive back in 2013, and you know, go through the Toronto area, then Ottawa, Montreal, and maybe even Quebec City, and then hightail it back to Florida. Emmanuel Correa. Hi, Robert. Emmanuel here from South Florida. First time on the live. Well, welcome. South Florida in the house. Also, the axle ratings. Are diesels hard to start in cold weather? I think modern diesels are all good. I don't know. Besides, I'm from Florida. You don't ask cold weather questions to the Florida guy. Oh man, holy cannoli, says Mr. Roboto. Domo arigato. Let's give you guys some cannoli here, since we are in the sweetest city in the United States, Hershey, Pennsylvania. Melody Heart, we have looked at used Sprinter vans like Pleasure Way. They seem well made. Yeah, Pleasure Ways are very well made. Yeah. NH26 meetup. Are you organizing one of those? Let's do it. What do you think about the Escape 23? I'm not very familiar with it. I know someone recommended it. That was on the list of trailers for us to see, but I don't think I saw it here at the show. Maybe tomorrow. Maximum RC. Why are Airstreams so popular? Quality. I hear that quality is not what it used to be. I'm trying to think. I mean, they're unique. They're iconic. They're. I don't think they're worth the price that they. I mean, I don't know. Says Alan, the worst thing you can do to a diesel is drive it in short distance. Yeah, no, not for city traffic, huh? Diesels don't like the cold. Okay, buy a diesel when they remove the emissions. Coming soon. You think? I think that DEF is here to stay. But anyway, Baja Girl, a comment from some of Hanging with the Hanks viewers said that the mechanic said that new diesels, the emissions that are the issue. Remove the DEF stuff. I know it's illegal. Well, yeah. I have friends who have removed the diesel DEF, and yeah. Dylan Reynolds, question, or maybe we can meet up if you come to Pickering. I'll definitely let you know if we go through Pickering. Hey, John Shocker from Waterbury, Connecticut. How are you, man? You could look for a 28A from Thor. Could you please look at it for me while you're at the RV show? Let me see. Tomorrow is the last day we're gonna be here, so maybe I can check it out. I have a diesel engine block heater and it's no problem down to minus 30, minus 22. Without it, it can be very hard to start below negative 20 centigrade, 5 Fahrenheit. That's too cold. And that's what they do in Alaska, in northern Alaska. You know, every parking lot and every car has a power plug that you plug in. Whenever you park, you plug it in. And up like in places like Dead Horse, all winter, they don't turn off their vehicles. They just don't. Even gas vehicles, you know, they say that the oil inside the vehicle will freeze. So, Jason Welgemuth, nothing tows better than an Airstream, and they hold their value better than any other travel trailer. That much is certain, that's for sure. But, yeah. Josie Martinez, can you sing happy birthday to my grandson? His birthday was yesterday. Well, happy birthday, Josie's grandson. Happy birthday to you. You need a Bigfoot trailer. Best quality, no slides. Yeah, I've heard of Bigfoot. And my mom says I was very happy traveling with my son. He knows I'm very old and he helped me in every moment. We spent a very good time. Heart, Wi-Fi to planet. Melody Hart, a young couple bought an Airstream. It was not so good. Light fixtures came apart, wiring was tangled web, and they had to glue some of the trim. Yeah, even Airstream is gonna make some lemons, I'm sure. Particularly if it was made in 2022. 2022 was a rough year for every RV manufacturer that I know. Channels have changed. I'm really interested in Brinkley, but trailers are so much more affordable. Just found one new for $50,000, and the lowest price fifth wheel is $119. Yeah, they have some new. That Delta series. No, that's never mind. That's Alliance. We didn't really look at the Brinkley travel trailers, but
We saw a trailer for less than $9,000.
yeah, we saw a trailer for less than $9,000. Yeah. I mean, it was single axle. It was like 20 feet, but a trailer for $9,000, brand new. I mean, why not go left field and get a truck camper? Rob, with my current truck, the only truck camper that I could put up there is it would be a relatively small truck camper. Yeah, we couldn't work. And wet bath, and yeah, no. And I've been tempted to have a truck camper or something like that. If it was like my third RV, let's say I already have a nice Class C, I already have a nice comfortable travel trailer, and I want to go on an adventure. Yeah, give me a truck camper, or for that matter, I would take a Winnebago Revel. If I want to go like that route of something that I 4x4 adventure. When I say Winnebago Revel, I say a Storyteller Overland, or that new crazy 4x4 Airstream that we saw at the RV show. So yeah, Brinkley for $9,000. No, it was.
It was something else.
It was a Jayco something or another. I say Jayco because I'm parked next to a Jayco, but it was one of the low end trailers. Yeah, probably would fall apart within the first 5 years, but. Jim in DC, my 22 new camp has been flawless. Well, there you go. Sometimes you get lucky. And those new camps, they have that reputation for being like well made. And there's not a whole lot that can break on a new camp too, because it's solid. You know, it's this solid small shell there that it's awesome. I love your RV. The only thing I don't like about the new camp is the wet bath, but I guess you get used to it. I would love to do Alaska in a truck camper, trailer traveling. I would too. And that most of the RVs we saw in Alaska, especially on the rough roads, especially in the Dalton, were truck campers. We saw a bunch of Class C's on the Denali Highway, which I wouldn't take many. I wouldn't take Pelicruiser on the Denali Highway for sure. So, but we saw quite a few. Check out the 20 FKS from ePro GeoPro dual axle unit. I believe we saw that one, and I believe most of the dual axle units had a slide. And that kind of, if I'm gonna have a slide, there has to be a very good reason to have a slide. Like, very good reason. Alan Chitwood, how about an Oliver? I like Oliver in the sense that they're indestructible, and but I just don't. First of all, they're super expensive, and there's something about there's something about the fiberglass look that I just can't wrap my head around it. I don't know. It's like a big casita. Alex, going to places. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. Happy Friday greetings from Monrovia, California. Christopher Olson, are you still thinking about going to the RV show in Europe? Well, it just happened, so obviously not this year, but I'm gonna see if we can make it next year. I mean, I applied for the media pass. That didn't give it to me. I'll just go as a customer if I can't get like an official media pass. Maybe there's something I missed. I don't know. But Sarah Cassio, I probably missed this somewhere, but what kind of work were you guys doing prior to full-time travel and YouTubing? I hear you mentioned media before. Was this the big plan all along or what? Well, Illy still has the same job that she's had for the past 25 years. She works for a hospital. Now, after COVID, she's able to work on the road or remote. And I studied TV production in college, Florida International University. And halfway through my career, they changed technologies on me, and I'm like, I never quite got to work in the industry, which I'm glad. I mean, it's not an after. I mean, I worked in TV networks, but doing nothing related to production or anything like that. And in a way, I'm glad. Everything happens for a good reason. Raul Medina, what settings do you like on the Insta360? I was watching some of the videos I shot in Canada, and I don't think the clarity was as good. I think it was set to 5.7K 30. I have it at the maximum setting, which is, I believe, 8K. If you have the X5, that's 8K 30. And then I tweak it a little bit in the software. The software has some enhancement, like features like sharpness and some color enhancement features. And I use some of those. The Curtis family, the man, the myth, the legend. Hello there. And L. Richie, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. Heading down to Florida again soon. Mosquito tips from a Florida man. Love ya. Well, I live 90% of the time in the city, so there are really no mosquitoes in Miami. Seasonally, there's sometimes we have a year that we have mosquitoes, but it's just DEET. I mean, I know it's bad for your body, it's bad for the earth, but it's the only thing that really. And avoid standing water. Jersey Johnny, hope to see you tomorrow. We're going to be at the show tomorrow. I don't know exactly how early or what times. I know we're going to be there at 3:30 for the meetup. So that's the best time if you wanna see us. Yeah. Escape 23 is built to order, fully fiberglass. I think I've seen those, yes. And there's the Cortez, there's the Oliver. There's something about that fiberglass construction that, I mean, I might warm up to it at some point, but yeah. 61 Caddy, we're headed back to the route next week. We'll be near St. Louis next Friday during the live stream. If you're traveling and see us, please say hi. Traveling Robert and Friends. Next Friday, we're most likely going to be at Lake of Dreams, Michigan. Most likely. Hey, Garces on the road. Hello, Robert and Lily. Happy Friday. Hope you are having a great time at the show. Yeah. Brinkley in the house. And the beer meter is up, so that means we're gonna start wrapping this one up soon. Let me see what else is going on here.
Someone wants to know where's the meetup tomorrow.
The meetup tomorrow, and I wish I could pull up a map here of the fairgrounds. I'm gonna release a short tomorrow morning with the exact location, but let's say you walk into the show from the main gate. Past the Giant Center, you go through that main street, the widest street. You're gonna see the food trucks to your left, and the street kind of curves to the left. You keep going, almost to the end. You're gonna see Winnebago on the left, and I believe it's Grand Design in this corner, and then you make a right, and they have signs, and then you keep going. I mean, it's at the end. It's the farthest away from the entrance. You're gonna see Newmar on the left, then you're gonna see Brinkley on the left. Keep going. It's gonna say Orange Gate, and you feel like you're getting out of the fairgrounds. Just don't make a right. Keep going straight, and then you're gonna see Park Models here on the left. Keep going, and then you're gonna see a white tent, a white nondescript tent all the way, and that's where we're gonna be. 3:30 p.m. tomorrow. And hopefully many of you find the place. Otherwise, well, thank you so much. 376 of you for watching right now, right here live on the net. And congratulations to the 5 new members. John Senesi, hello there. It was an absolute pleasure meeting you and your wife last night at the meet and greet. It was so great meeting you and getting to chat for a little bit. Yeah, very, very cool. Very, very cool meetup. These meetups are always great. So, you know, we are able to finally meet face to face. Some people we get to meet face to face again. Like I believe either Jim in DC or Armando Correa, they hold the record for the most Hershey RV show meetups. At least
Jeffrey
5.
Bartolo and his wife.
Jeffrey Di Bartolo as well, and Tennessee
Dave
Mountain.
and
Who?
Dave and
Yeah,
there are a few.
there are a few that have been there. I think probably Armando Correa holds the record because he was at the very first one. So, and I believe Jim was at the second one. So, hey Sue, thank you everybody for being here tonight. Have fun and safe travels out there. Yeah, definitely. And Miss Amanda J, thank you for another Friday party from the road for us. And Doug is gone fishing. And Cristina Espinosa Flores, we love to watch your journey. Have a great weekend. Safe travels from Jerry Flynn. See you next week. Until then, happy trails. And my mom loves Dylan. Hi, Mom. Mom, I'll call you as soon as the live stream is over. And I'm at 3. There you go. Tennessee Mountain Mark is at 3. So Lee Green, hello everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. 7 p.m. It's the sun is gonna be setting soon here in the foothills of the Pennsylvania wilds. And see you next week. Most likely, if all goes well, from Michigan. 'Cause I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be. 'Cause I'm free. Now the RV DJ on her channel, that's the next live stream. In my RV, we hit the road tomorrow, says the RV DJ. Bye everybody. See you on the road.